Welcome everyone to Prophecy News with Pastor Dave, and have I got some exciting news for you thanks to a viewer and a subscriber of mine by the name of Hannah, who sends me this breaking news story. Proof of Noah's flood. Well, we're going to take a look, and I want to put a disclaimer out. I do not have the time, nor the energy, nor the want to get into long, heated debates with non-believers and evolutionists who believe the world is millions and millions of years old. Now, with advancement in the scientific community today in 2011, science now understand that what they once thought to be a million years old, in many cases they found out to only be 1,000 years old or even less. There's a story of a hat from the 1920s, I believe, I don't have the information with me, that was found fossilized in a rock. And we know that's not millions of years old. I don't want to argue with the non-believer, and I don't want to get into long debates with the evolutionists. I would have to get into deep apologetics, and I don't have the time right now. But to the believer, what I want to remind you of is go back to the Old Testament and talk about dinosaurs. And it's millions of years old, these fossilized dinosaurs. What does it say in the Old Testament? What does God speak of? This creature, this behemoth with the tail like a cedar. So let's get excited, because this could be proof of Noah's flood. They find these whales the size of buses on mountaintops in the desert. How did they get there? How did they get there? I'm going to bring the story. I'm going to put the link below for you so you can read it. And I just thought here we are in the end days, and I think this is very, very interesting. And it comes out of Santiago, Chile. Associated Press. Scores of whales congregating off the Pacific coast of South America mysteriously met their end. They're wondering, how did these scores of these giant whales the size of buses meet a very, very mysterious end? Maybe they became disoriented and beached themselves. The article says maybe they were trapped in a lagoon by a landslide or a storm. I bet it was a raging storm. I bet it was a raging rainstorm. A rainstorm. You hear me? A rainstorm. They ended up right next to one another, many just meters or yards apart, entombed as the shallow seafloor was driven upward by geological forces and transformed into the driest place on the planet. I'm going to put the story below. They are, let me read a little more. Today, they have emerged again atop a desert hill, more than a kilometer, half a mile from the surf, where researchers have begun to unearth one of the world's best preserved graveyards of these, what they're calling prehistoric whales. And very interesting. So I wanted to bring you that. I want to thank Hannah, our viewer and subscriber. Of all places, on top of these hills in the desert, there was a raging storm. There must have been a raging storm. A lot of rain. What comes with rain? What comes with just 3 days of rain? Not 40 days and 40 nights. You get a lot of floods. Wonder how them whales got there. Leave me some comments. What do you think? God bless. I'll be back with more.